What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. We are gonna be doing a little 3-month review on my daily, which is my 2020 F-Pace SVR. Did some minor modifications to it. Nothing too serious, and they're all aesthetic stuff. I haven't really actually done anything too serious, and I just wanted to do a kind of general review. But first, we're gonna do a little cold start. Sounds good, and it is stock exhaust. It has an active valve system too on dynamic mode, and you can manually configure it if you want it to be a little louder. I have not messed around with anything in regards to engine performance, exhaust, that kind of stuff. I like the sound. Now the active exhaust is actually controlled by the pressure from the exhaust being sent through the pipes. So it is not truly kind of like a valve open close kind of concept. It builds up with pressure, and that's how it kind of gets a little louder, which I think is kind of cool. Kind of makes the the drive and the feedback a little different, which is nice. And I had this car for about 3 months so far. Got it at the beginning of January. It's been great. Put about 2,659 miles on it. Did an oil service, about 1,200, just to get the factory oil out of here. Other than that, though, it's been a very great car so far. I've been driving it to work 5-6 days a week. It's fun to drive. I love this car. It's really fun. Supercharged V8 engine's really cool. Handles very well just with the SVR suspension, the tuning, and everything. I've done some minor modifications to it on the exteriors. So small stuff that I've done so far is I got the tail lights tinted, and then the rear brake strip tinted as well. And that was a dry tint that was done. Same place where I got my windows and my windshield tinted too, just to give it a little look. I like my windows tinted and everything. And then I wanted to get rid of the red from the brake lights, just because it kind of didn't match with the overall look of the car. The tint and the windshield, everything makes it look a lot better in my opinion. And then the brake lights, now that they're kind of not blacked out, it's more like a smoke to get rid of the red. I'll show you guys what that looks like too. Let me know what you think, but I think it looks a lot better. And then lastly, I just decided to get some wheel adapters. So we went with some 16mm wheel adapters from Ibach. I was looking up on some forums on which ones would fit and which ones would look pretty good. And I came across one where you put some F-Pace S wheels. They're the 22-inch double helix wheels. His winter tires, I believe, threw some winter tires on there, and then uses those during the winter months and everything. And he had 16mm just to clear the brakes, so I figured I wanted to push it out a little bit. I have the regular 22-inch gloss black SVR wheels, and I wanted to see what that looked like with a 16mm push out, so about half an inch push down. I think it looks really good. I just had my buddies at the shop install them, and it looks really good. I threw some pictures up on Instagram and TikTok and everything. But I'm going to show you guys a little quick video of it too. Let me know what you guys think. I kind of think it changes the look out a lot better, makes it look more aggressive, and then kind of fills out the wheel wells a little better. The ride quality, I have not noticed anything different. There's nothing bad. I did the 16mm on the front and the back, so 2 sets, and I haven't noticed any kind of wobbling or decrease in ride quality and everything. It's a little more planted just because I did push out the wheels half an inch on the front and the back, so it is a little more planted around like the corners, and I do believe it helps it with the stability a little bit, like a minor difference. But yeah, I'm overall impressed with it. I think it's a nice ad. It was about $140 per set or something like that. So it was like $330 for 2 sets, front and back. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, so here's with the 16 millimeter spacers from iBox. Kind of see it pushes it out a little better. Got the tinted windshield there. It's the stance there. Fills out the gaps, if you can see that on camera there. And then the windows tinted. I think it looks a lot better. So you can check that out right there. Yep. We got this strip tinted black, and then we got the brake lights right here tinted. Kind of gets rid of that red. It's not super dark, so when you brake and everything, it still has really good visibility. I didn't like completely just black it out or anything. It's just like a medium tint dry film that went over it, so it kind of makes it look a little better, not as super red, because stock there it's like a bright cherry red, and I really did not like that. You can get away with it like on the red one if you have like a frenzy red one, but other than that, I don't think it looks too. So some things I have noticed, after daily driving this thing for several months, the brakes are super squeaky whenever you're braking. I know these things generate a lot of brake dust, and I don't know if it's based around that. And I have seen on other F-Pace SVR owners on like some forums that they have said too that their brakes are super squeaky. I don't know if swapping out the brake pads would help. Maybe the factory ones are just produce a lot of dust and that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's not the end of the world. You can hear it all the time whenever you're braking. Under hard braking too, and this was just a few instances, it gets a little spongy. I don't know if that's the right word. Like under limited circumstances when you do need to brake super hard, I think the brakes get a little spongy, and I don't know if it's from them sliding or locking up a little bit. And I don't know if what that's based around. This is the 2020, so it is the old generation head-up display. It's a laser projector, which gives off it's like an orange tint, which I'm gonna be honest with you, the quality sucks on this thing. It gets the job done in regards to what I use it for, which is just seeing what my speed is when I'm driving. Because I tend to drive a little fast. I'm in dynamic mode every single day, so I'm driving this car to have fun, and it's good for me just looking straight ahead and seeing the speed down below. But if I actually look at it, it's like super blurry, but it doesn't really affect you if you don't really look at it, right? It's just in my peripheral. I can clearly see 43, 44, 45, which is fine. Once again, it's just something that I lived with. The gas mileage, so how I get about 300 miles on a full tank of gas, and that's me averaging about 15.5 miles per gallon, and I am all highway driving from where I work to my house and vice versa, so it's pretty much all freeway speeds. Oh, on this door panel here, somewhere there is, when you're listening to music, and on some songs where there's a lot of, I guess, like high-end bass, it'll rattle. I don't know if you can kind of hear that. Where's it? Yeah. It's like a rattle. And I don't know if it's just because there's like a clip loose or something, or if that's just how it comes from the factory, but some of those songs will make this door rattle. And I just noticed I was gonna go get some gas at Costco, and they are closed because I completely forgot it's Easter. So yeah, that's cool. Oops. Anyways, and what's funny is rolling down the window a little bit actually makes the door a little less tinny sometimes, if that's the right word. Other than that, I mean, I love this car. It's probably the most fun car I've had so far, and that's kind of saying a lot since I've had some pretty fun cars like the F-Type. I enjoyed that a lot and everything. Obviously, the F-Type was a little more like raw, I guess how you would say. This one's definitely more refined, but like the ride and the suspension and everything, just the way it kind of corners, which I was kind of surprised, is actually really good. Now you are on a crossover, so you know, around corners and stuff, you are going to feel a little bit of a roll compared to an F-Type where the center of gravity is a lot lower. But this car just feels so like well made for driving, if that makes sense. On the SVR, it's a completely different car from my S and all the other F-Paces. So I really think they did a good job making a fun to drive performance SUV that sounds really good. Sounds good. It's different than like the F-Type was, but it still sounds really good. Honestly, I'm kind of scared to change up the exhaust because I don't want to change it and kind of kill the tone that it has. But I don't know. We'll see what we're gonna do with this car. Maybe this will be, as of right now, it's a fun car, and maybe it'll turn into like a daily once I start adding more cars. You know, getting a little more established and everything. And then we can start doing more stuff to it, which I think would be kind of cool to, you know, make this a little more custom in regards to performance. But right now, I'm kind of just enjoying the car. It's a lot of fun. All right, well, got a few photos. If you want to check it out, it's on my Instagram. I'll put the my link down below. That'll wrap up this little video on my F-Pace SVR. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Also, I'd appreciate it if you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.